best pro wrestling podcast.
Distraction. Too many distractions.
Samoa Joe.
Because I plan on snatching a ball.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
What I said was, stop talking.
I'm going to start talking because this is the best pro wrestling podcast, and this is where we talk about the best pro wrestling in the world. My name's Tommy Stryker. Joining me this week, as is every week, is Taco.
What up?
And Joe.
What's up?
And, we got to talk about Raw, the Great Balls of Fire predictions show. That's today.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
So we'll talk about that. We got to talk Smackdown and the rap battle. We're going to talk NXT because, again, we are recording on Wednesday. We're a day late here.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with us.
And let us know on Twitter. Maybe
I get it.
Let us know on Twitter if you like the Wednesday thing. Maybe we'll keep doing it. I don't know. We'll see. So it's been kind of nice being able to talk NXT in a little more timely
you should tell
fashion.
us on the iTunes review when you're giving us 5 stars.
Yes, exactly.
5 stars.
Rate, review, and subscribe. 5 stars.
If possible, give us a Dave Meltzer 6-star.
Yeah, if you can. I don't know if that's an option.
We're not doing the Tokyo Dome, Joe. It's not happening.
So we'll talk about all that. We'll try to squeeze in some Lucha Underground and update our Cueto Cup brackets. We have not watched this week's, but we got to get caught up on the last couple of weeks. So we got to get into all of that. But let's start off with some Monday Night Raw and the Great Balls of Fire predictions.
Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent Monday Night Raw this week.
Good lead-in.
Things happened.
Yeah, stuff and things, and it was all kinds of. There was lots of topics and
Sports stuff.
Yeah, sports balls.
Snatch your balls.
Yeah.
Ask me what I think about Titus. What do you think about Titus? He's a big guy.
Because I plan on snatching a ball.
We had the great Enzo promo at the beginning of the show. I kind of wish I would have nabbed some audio from it because that was pretty good.
Yeah, he made me feel like he's a threat.
Yeah, right?
Fuck, I was rooting for a guy.
Yeah, he fucking talks about how he's always getting up. He's grateful for the fans. He's never going to turn to the dark side because he's a good man. He says there's no way that you can sell any merch unless you make a T-shirt that says "Casshole."
Even him just running down the list of him just getting his ass whooped, the concussions, him being blast naked, that's like, damn, you have been a whipping boy.
Yeah. So, great stuff there. Then he attacks Cass in the back, making it look like he might have a chance. So, coming up on Sunday, it's Great Balls of Fire. What
Your prediction
is Big Cass versus Enzo. What do you say there, Taco?
Man, after that promo on Raw, I'm going for fucking Enzo on this one, but, I live in the real world. Cass all the way.
What do you think there, Joe?
See, I think in the same sense with Taco that because of the promo, Enzo will actually win, but that's just leading up to the revenge that Cass is just going to destroy him after the match, destroy him on later Monday Night Raws, and just continue this on.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be something, though, if it's like Cass just goes on this giant fucking losing streak now. Like, he made the wrong choice as Enzo is there, winning. He'd drive him fucking nuts.
Well, that's the funny thing, too, is now he's a heel, so he almost has to, if he wins, it has to be bullshit because it's WWE, and he's a heel, unless you're Braun Strowman. That's pretty much how heels work. I'm with you. I think he, in Kalisto-like fashion, wins by slipping on a banana peel, gets the win, and then Cass just beats the shit out of him right after the match and continues to get heat. Then it was Sasha and Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. I'm not gonna. Why am I doing this? I'm not gonna go through the entire Monday Night Raw and talk about everything that happened. I did like Cedric Alexander beat Noam Dar in a decent little match, and the promo before the match, they both said, we're done with each other, and then they go out and have a match, which didn't make a lot of sense.
They've been saying they've been done with each other for a while now.
Right, and they keep coming back to it.
What if that's the real romance right there?
There might be something to that. Miz TV was interesting because we had Bo out there with his new look. We got
looking like a cholo.
Looking like what was it, the Duck Dynasty guys or whatever. He's got the bandana and like one glove, which was strange.
I thought he was going for the jobless Axl Rose.
So Axl Rose.
And then Curtis Axel out there looking, somebody said he looked like a dad going to like a sporting event or something, like his kid's softball game or something.
Yo, I'll go to your field trip.
But I did like Ambrose says that the Miztourage is a worse name than Great Balls of Fire. But it did because I liked fucking Slater comes out. He fucking challenges him to a match. Like, I beat him in a match. I deserve a title shot.
We need to see more of that, though.
Right,
that was perfect.
Rhino's new shirt. Yeah. I'm with Heath.
It looked like he made it an hour before the show. That was pretty good. So I enjoyed that. We had the match. Miz win with the skull-crushing finale after so many distractions.
Too many distractions.
Hey, you got to give Heath credit. If that was his one chance to have a little fun match on Raw, he had some fun with it. That power slam off the top was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that was good. I wanted to talk Seth Rollins versus Kurt Hawkins.
That was neat.
It took a second, but we got the Rainmaker knee again, and then the promo after it, which is more of this. Although it's funny because the Titus sound effect became synonymous at one point with fast forwarding, whereas now I see Titus and I'm fast forwarding. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see what. I gotta go back and see what Titus had to say. So I don't know. We might have to find a different sounder for what the fast forwarding is at some point, because like Titus has been like, I got it's what is it? Is it the fact that he's not wrestling and murdering people now? Is it the fact that he's a
representative? He's not like you said. He's not wrestling. He's representing these people. He's getting them matches. He's getting them title matches.
He's never.
Why am I using my hands on a podcast?
He's never been great on the mic. He's never been great on the, in the ring, but he's always been, ooh, I'm Titus, and it's just when he's doing it to get other guys over, it fucking works, man. I mean, god damn, like 205, they're getting some attention because of this guy. I mean, Christ, you fucking rewound the channel to watch him to see what he said about 205.
Right. That's the thing is, Titus has been interesting lately, so there is that.
That's good, though. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Samoa Joe, Lesnar, the interview thing, they did the split screen or whatever that was probably taped last week. But nevertheless, it was great. It felt real. It felt unscripted. Fucking Joe going after Lesnar and just the security holding him back. But I love the fact that it just felt like it had that MMA press conference type feel. Mm-hmm. And it felt real. The crowd was popping hard for just them fucking being real and talking like shit back and forth.
Just two big monsters wanting just to fucking beat the shit out of each other.
That was definitely one of the highlights from Raw. And I love fucking Lesnar just speaking up. Like fucking say, hey, this isn't about Heyman. Why are you even talking about him? We're about to get in there and have a fight.
Well, that's the best thing about Lesnar is like. He's not no fucking promo master, but it's like when he grabs the mic, you're fucking silent and you listen to Lesnar.
Right.
It's just that's the power of him, the aura of him a little bit.
I think the WWE is obsessed with this idea that everybody has to cut a clever promo like The Rock or Stone Cold back in the day or whatever. And that's not that's not everybody's thing. That's not how everybody gets over. I mean, sure, but I mean everybody's got to get over in their own way. Baron, like we've talked about the last couple of weeks off air, off mic, off podcast about the Baron Corbin interview on Talk Is Jericho.
It changed my whole opinion on the guy.
Well, and just him talking about too, since we're talking about promos or whatever, like when he can go on Talking Smack and be unscripted and be off the cuff, it's easier for him, and it's just so much fucking better as a viewer. Whereas when he's doing the scripted lines and reciting stuff that's not genuine from his own mind, it just doesn't get over. It doesn't come across very well. So, something like this Lesnar, Samoa Joe thing where it's just fucking Lesnar talking shit, and Samoa Joe will be like, "Oh yeah, what?" Just being like a shitty heel. That was just it was so great, and so yeah, it just got me more excited for that match. Since we're talking about it, what are the predictions for the big one?
I got Samoa Joe taking the title from Brock. We need it on somebody who's actually on TV. I'm sorry. That's my opinion, is that WWE will hear enough complaints whether or not Brock is a draw. We've literally had no championship on Raw for like how many times since WrestleMania. So Samoa Joe's going to take the title, and it just sets up another rematch between these two down the line.
Your opinion is moot.
That's right, geeks.
Do you mean mute?
No, it's moot. Like,
moot?
Like, never mind.
My
Google
botch.
Taco, what do you think?
No, I am with Joe on this one. I want fucking Joe to win it because of that aspect.
No, Joe's going to win.
Like, I want to see the championship on Raw. I want to see, like, because fucking Samoa Joe is that guy that, us wrestling fans have talked about. Stone Cold's even fucking geeked out over the guy. Like, I want to see him in the WWE. I know he could be championship material. I know he could be, like, blah, 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 blah. Fuck, like, right now is the time, honestly, gender the moment for him. Give him that gender moment to be, in all fairness, like, SmackDown, they're doing this great shit, and fucking Jinder's not a great champion, but we're interested for
kinda
for more than when Randy was champion, though.
Absolutely right.
So it's just kind of like have him. I mean, he's stepped up to the plate big time in this feud with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So it's just like I would love to see them just be like, oh fuck, like let's try it on Joe. At the same time, SummerSlam's around the corner.
Yeah, it's God. I've been mulling this over and the Braun and Roman Reigns thing all day because it's been rumored that they're going Lesnar and Strowman for so long. So did they keep the damn title on Lesnar?
See, to me, the story is put the championship on Samoa Joe and have Roman face Samoa Joe. I don't know. Just to me, Roman and Joe at SummerSlam makes the most sense.
Well, that's if especially
it doesn't even need to be for the strap either, though. It's just
but especially if Joe has the strap, that immediately raises the stakes, and all of a sudden I'm way more interested in Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns because it's for the title.
I just picture you, Tommy, looking at all your rumors on your cell phone, just like, God damn it, I want to pick Brock Lesnar. Like, oh no, there's rumor coming in with Samoa Joe here.
That's the thing is with the holiday
it's
week,
so tough.
I've been off of Twitter because I've been behind on stuff. I've been avoiding spoilers. I don't know any fucking news shit or dirt sheet shit or websites. I've been off my fucking internet basically.
I'm just scratching my head though. It's just like what do you do with Strowman at SummerSlam? What do you do with Lesnar at SummerSlam if you put Lesnar against Reigns? Like, there's not really anything to do with Strowman. Like, he just comes and destroys everyone. Joe looks like a destructive wrecking force right now, and if he wasn't in the number one contendership picture right now, the best sense would be wrap up the Seth Rollins storyline that's already been wrapped up, though. At SummerSlam would have been that point. So it's just Joe winning this was like a big kink in the armor to me. It's just something fresh, and I don't know, fucking Strowman, Lesnar, Reigns, and Joe, SummerSlam, book it.
Yeah, that fuck, man. That's
especially with Joe having
sounds nice.
Especially it's just those two not pinfalls, those two victories over Reigns that Joe has. It's just I feel like Roman Reigns is not going to want to forget about that. I know he said I'm going after the championship at SummerSlam. Guess what? Shit changes. Look at fucking Rusev demanding a fucking championship match. And now he's in a fucking flag match. God.
We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say Lesnar. I'm saying Lesnar keeps it here. Joe has looked so strong against Lesnar going into this. He fucking went after Lesnar on Monday Night Raw, didn't get to him. Security held him back. Lesnar's fucking looking cocky here. But at the same time, I just somehow, some way, I don't know if necessarily that Lesnar wins, but I think the title stays on Lesnar. Could be bullshit, could be shenanigans, could be count out of sorts. But I think I think they're going to
clutch on the outside. He can't lift Lesnar up.
That could be it too. There's lots of different ways you could go, and I think they're going to bring. I think they bring this one back. The only problem with that is I think they don't want to bring back Strowman and Roman again because they've just beat that into the ground.
Yeah, you cannot do those two at SummerSlam. So this ambulance match has got to be it.
Right. So that's where I keep running into the roadblock on this because that has to be done. But then, it's just like, where do you put the championship?
Exactly. It's just there's been hinkerings about putting Strowman in the championship picture too. It's just. I don't know. Just in my head, that's just the perfect thing to do right now. You can't forget about those two Joe wins.
It would be good to do if like you guys say, if Samoa Joe wins it and it's Joe and Roman for the title, and then fucking Brock and Strowman for like a #1 contenders match at SummerSlam. Right. That would be pretty fucking sweet too. So yeah, but I don't. For some reason, I can't get away from it. I'm saying Lesnar has the title.
Another name that's floating around there that doesn't really have shit going on right now around SummerSlam of all things is Finn.
Right, Finn's got the thing with the drifter going on. So yeah, that's another huge thing. Is where does Finn fit in all of this?
Almost like a Finn Strowman, big guy, small guy, SummerSlam, #1, like you said, #1 contendership.
And when is Finn going to get his rematch?
It's just, I don't know. Those are the big names right now to me.
All right. What else from Monday? We had we had Finn Balor versus Cesaro in a good TV match. The Drifter does come down and attempt to distract, which was a little bit clunky at first, but the Hardys getting involved. But it was Balor winning with the coup de grace over Cesaro after a bunch of shenanigans at ringside. Main event of Raw was Apollo Crews versus Braun Strowman.
Oh man,
fucking Titus out there doing his thing. Booker T calling him Apollo Creed at one point in the match. Strowman just kicks the shit out of Crews early in the match.
Crews looked good, though. He got him down a couple times.
Yep. He had a nice little comeback in there. Strowman wins with 3 power slams. Well, the first 2, he pulled him up on the 2 count and went for a
I like
repeated.
that spot where Apollo Crews went for his backflip thing on the ground and fucking Strowman just kicks him across the ring.
That was
Get
great.
The fuck out of here.
That even popped Corey Graves on commentary.
God.
He was like, oh, my God. He was like laughing about it. It was like so crazy. So, yeah. All right, well, let's go through the rest of the card for Great Balls of Fire. Neville versus Akira Tozawa for the Cruiserweight title. This is on the pre-show, believe it or not. Tozawa, part of Titus Worldwide.
Titus Worldwide!
This is going to be a fun one. I don't think Tozawa wins it here, though. It just doesn't feel like
they haven't built him up enough yet. People hardly... on the Raw show, hardly even know who he is.
Right, that's the thing is, and God bless you, WWE. I can't get into 205 Live, and I know you've been watching it a little bit more, Taco.
I've been kind of going back and actually watching it, and because we only really watch it when we're podcasting,
right?
Especially with
it's hard to follow.
It's really hard to follow. We see Gulak coming out with no-fly zones against Mustafa Ali, and just looking at it,
turns me off.
It's
like I don't want to go back and
what the fuck are they? They're really doing this kind of storyline than actually watching it. No, it's fucking awesome. I love the whole thing because it's
because they're doing good matches.
They're good matches, but I'm in my head. I just we don't really have any vocals coming out of the speakers, so it's just like you see dark skinned guy going against a white skinned guy holding no fly zone. You're like, oh fuck, they're doing this shit, And no, it's not what they're doing whatsoever. So there's good story being told there of like Gulak doesn't want flying. He doesn't want the spot monkey shit going on.
Right.
So it's just like they're fucking doing great. It's just going on after SmackDown. It's I almost feel like it needs to be on right before NXT or get that hype going.
Yeah, it probably should be a different night. Like throw it on like Friday when there's not a lot going on, but You can throw it on demand. People can catch it over the weekend. Doing it live after SmackDown, it's such a shitty spot for those guys because it's so hard to get anything over. Tape it before SmackDown, air it on Thursday or Friday, and that's what I think. Because Thursday and Friday come around, and I don't got much to watch unless I'm getting caught up on some New Japan stuff. Of course, with the G1 Climax, I'm going to have like 5 fucking shows a week to watch coming up in a couple of weeks here.
That'll be a fun one to keep up with.
Oh,
it's just about sitting down and getting eyeballs to watch it. Really, it's just they'll find their niche with it. I just don't get rid of it. I still wish they would have made it part of the SmackDown brand, though.
It just makes sense if they're going to play it after SmackDown.
It'd be so tough to squeeze them in that 2-hour show. It's already such a it's a tight show, and at least they get once in a while they give them some time on like they had a couple of matches and they gave them some time on Raw. This time they could have been longer, but there's still some good stuff.
It's even like the Noam Dar and Alicia Fox thing. I thought I'd be fucking dreading it. Here we still are doing the same thing. It's funny. It's entertaining. Their interaction. It's just like, fucking, she's been around for fucking ever. So it's like, I'm glad she's getting TV time.
Yeah. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. At least Seth Rollins is cutting promos that kind of make sense. But, I mean, again, most of the time this stuff is just... I just don't care. Seth Rollins has to win this. If he doesn't win this, it's like, what the fuck?
It doesn't even make sense to have Bray at this point with the way he's just gone downhill since coming over from SmackDown. It's really disappointing to me because I was big on Bray Wyatt, like going into that Randy feud, and obviously everything backfired at the end of that one. It's sad, but yeah, Seth Rollins needs this win.
Taco.
I feel like they both need this win.
That's true.
Like straight up, like.
But does it matter? Because I don't care.
It doesn't. What's on the line? Like we just had fucking Seth Rollins preaching to everyone why he should be in the main event picture, and we just had fucking Wyatt feuding with Finn Balor. Then all of a sudden, it's like, never mind. You're gonna be feuding together now. So what I was just saying that Samoa Joe being number one contender kind of threw a kink in the armor a little bit. So it's just there's just nothing on the line with these two guys. There's no meaning. It's fucking the Wyatt's highest point of his career. I felt was just sudden.
Yeah, and again, I think it's because of Wyatt's presentation. He's a god, and it's bullshit, and it's all this stuff that he talks about that doesn't
I wish
do any
he
sense.
Was like a god, though. Like when JBL was at least saying that he was a fucking wrestling god, he was almost invincible. He was surrounded with people protecting him. Like, he was almost godlike.
But that would be like a real story, and everything with Bray Wyatt is magic and smoke and mirrors and I'm a god, and it's just I don't care. I just don't care. So it is what it is. I think Rollins has to win it.
He does.
Because he wears a nice hat.
Bray Wyatt is just such damaged goods. He loses everything. None of his promises come true. The only time he does win is in non-title fucking House of Horror matches that don't make any sense. It's just I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm over. I'm
Don't be a lemon.
sour. I'm moving on.
Don't you dare be sour.
Sheamus and Cesaro versus the Hardy Boys in a tag team Iron Man match. 30 minutes this time. I think Cesaro and Sheamus. I think the bar keeps the titles. Joe, what do you think?
Predictions.
I'm actually leaning that way too. They're the bar, man, and I just don't think it's right to put it right back on the Hardys. We don't need to go back and forth with this again.
Yeah, I'm same boat. The bar. It's been a good feud, so what better way to end it?
What do you do with the Hardys after this? Are they finally going to break? Have they bought?
He's been leaning. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've been saying it for weeks, but at least I have been seeing a lot
with
more.
Fozzy.
Yeah, you're right. But he's been having tweets, just random tweets, just saying he can't contain his vessel, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But, I mean, that could go on for like 6 months still.
Yeah. The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental title. I'm finally on your guys' side. There's no way that Ambrose wins this back, although it probably means he will now. But I'm thinking the Miz is going to retain this one. Tago?
Predictions.
The only reason I would see them taking it off of Miz is to put it back on him at SummerSlam or some point to break the record. Because he's at that point of the Intercontinental Championship where he could break a record with it, winning it, I believe. Was he on 8th or 9th?
I don't know.
Jericho's at, what, 11?
I have no
He's
idea.
Fucking close to breaking it, so it's just... I keep it on Miz, please. He has the bullshit posse going on. Just get fucking Ambrose out of this picture.
Yeah, because I think if Miz keeps it, you can have Rollins challenge possibly, Finn Balor challenge possibly. You've got those
any number of people.
You've got those baby faces, those kind of upper mid card. Those basically Finn Balor and Seth Rollins are main event guys, and so they could challenge for that title and elevate that whole thing a little bit. I think. But then again, do you want to lower those guys down to IC status or whatever? Or
do you raise it? Look at I don't know, like I don't know. It just depends on how you look at that championship.
I agree.
I mean, fucking AJ Styles is over fighting for the United States Championship right now,
right? And that feels like the biggest thing on SmackDown right now.
Feels like the biggest thing in the company right now.
Yeah. So. Then Braun versus Roman Reigns, talked about it a little bit. The ambulance match. Braun is back, and what is he going to do to win this ambulance match?
He's going to power slam him on top of the fucking ambulance. It's going to be so good. I got Braun on this. I want Braun to get this win. I don't care how much they want to push Roman. I think Braun needs this win leading into SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I want fucking Strowman to win this one, and then just
probably going to be a Roman.
Just get right into Lesnar's face.
Yeah, just because Braun has already thrown Roman into the ambulance. Yeah, Roman had his little comeback on Raw where he snuck out of the ambulance and beat up Braun a little bit. But again, fucking, what did he do? He speared him off the stage, but then Braun was still standing by the ambulance by the end of it all. But I think since Strowman fucking already threw him in the ambulance, already looked really strong, and since Roman already declared that he's going for the Universal title at SummerSlam, Roman winning here will cement his chance to go for the Universal title, and then we'll get Lesnar versus Braun in the number one contenders match, even though I predicted Lesnar would keep the title earlier in my predictions. So
fuck you and your logic.
My awful predictions are going against each other, kayfabe storyline wise.
I just really don't want to see Roman and Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Well, I'd rather see them at SummerSlam than at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, it could be Roman and Samoa Joe. So.
That's what I'm hoping for.
So we'll see. Did I get... you guys both said you wanted, Braun to win. So.
Fucking Alexa Bliss and Sasha.
Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks for the women's title. I'm thinking Alexa Bliss is just keeping it here. Joe, where are you at on this one?
That's what I want, and that's what I predict. I love Alexa Bliss with this title. Keep it on her for till WrestleMania. I don't care.
Yeah, she's been doing really good with it. So.
Yeah,
Taco?
I agree.
That's neat.
And then we talked about Big Cass and Enzo already. So that's the card. 8 matches for Great Balls of Fire. Should be... I don't want to say should be a good card, but I really like Lesnar and Samoa Joe on top. So.
I don't know, shaped up to be a pretty solid card. It's just,
yeah.
I mean, fucking look how Money in the Bank was. We're fucking jacking off over that one. It was like, oh, geez, just save that load.
And again, remember, while we don't really care much about the story of Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, who knows what kind of match they could just put on a pay-per-view.
That is true. Those two are definitely capable of putting on some good matches. It's
just not going to mean shit afterwards.
So let's just hope they don't bring the cockroaches and the worms and that bullshit into
it. The projector.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, well, let's get into what happened on SmackDown.
Change the subject.
SmackDown Live. Players, I'm going to make this a tag team match.
Not a bad show for a 4th of July SmackDown. I ended up watching it on the 5th of July.
Still never figured out who put the pie in Kevin Owens' fucking face. Anger!
John Cena's back. He says he's an all-timer, not a part-timer. He puts everyone on notice, guys on Raw, guys on SmackDown, so playing up the free agent thing.
Which I'm highly over already.
You don't like the...
I think it's so stupid. Like... It wouldn't have been that bad if they just would have said he's a free agent and he's jumping back and forth. But because you have John Cena coming out, giving his big, I'm John Cena, I do what I want, basically, speech, I'm just like, I hate it now.
I like that he said, though, if I have limited time, I'm going to go hard.
Sure.
The story behind the speech is good. It doesn't piss me off any less.
Yeah. Rusev comes out and says he works just as hard as Cena. Where's my commercials to return? Your commercials have been going for 2 months now. How come I don't get any commercials? I'm ready to go.
Your wife got all your title shots.
I like having Rusev back. I love Rusev. He's still doing the foreign menace thing, unfortunately. I was really hoping for Farmer, whatever he was, on Southpaw Regional Wrestling. But nonetheless... still the foreign menace. Cena proposes an old school flag match. So we're going to get that, whatever that is.
It's a match with flags in the corner.
Well, I know that.
We've seen this
Capture the flag,
Rusev
is that what
already.
that is? This is one of them Vince Russo gimmicks, isn't it?
My botch.
So
The 3-tiered cage.
I think we saw against fucking Mark Henry when he was representing Russia at the time. We've seen this flag match with him already. It's just like, God damn it. Like, I don't mind the foreign menace thing with Rusev. If he actually pulls it off, you know, like...
And it's not just Russia.
It's more entertaining than the
it's
gender
not just
thing.
like,
So.
you stupid people hate me because of my skin, kind of, you know. It's just all like, I'm better than you. I crush, you know. It's just... I like it.
I like the bit where he was just like, you Americans sit at home and eat cheeseburgers and hot dogs, and the crowd's like, yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's
That was good. AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. That was a good match.
Fun.
This was because Kevin Owens was complaining that he beat both of them and they don't deserve to be in the Battle Royal. So Daniel Bryan put those two in there against each other so they would determine the winner would be entered into the Battle Royal to determine the number one contender for the United States Championship. So, yeah, good match. Gable did some nice suplexes in there. They both go for leg submissions, and then they get up, try to go after each other, but they're limping. So I love that spot, and I liked AJ getting the win with the phenomenal forearm. Gable saying going into it that I'm not just what did he say? Like I'm not a little competition or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking Gable looked awesome.
Well, it's fun to see him work with somebody with a lot of experience in the ring. We see him work the tag team spots all the time, but to see that the Kevin Owens match didn't last very long, whereas this one did give us something to chew on a little bit.
I liked Kevin Owens saying later in the show, like, oh, look how long it took AJ to beat him, and I beat him in a much shorter time, so that means I'm better. So I liked that.
It was even on, God, was he on Talking Smack? Or it might have been Twitter,
Shut
but like AJ Styles even talk, you know, like putting him over. He's just like saying like, I really meant a little competition, like scolding Daniel Bryan a little bit, like, so I thought it was a nice little touch of him being like, dude, like, fucking A, like, why'd you do that to me? And fuck you, Joe.
We had the Carmella-bration where, Carmella came out to celebrate. Naomi comes out with a glowing belt, so that's part of the gimmick now. But the big part of the story here was Daniel Bryan coming out and giving some punishment to James Ellsworth for what he did coming back when he was banned from the building. So not only did he now ban him from the building now, he also fined him $10,000 and gave him a 30-day suspension. And if he comes back, if he violates any of those punishments, he will strip Carmella of the Money in the Bank briefcase. And so Carmella, of course, quickly drags James Ellsworth.
Oh, I love that touch because he was
Yeah.
just sitting there like, what? And she's like, get the fuck out now. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, that was good. The only thing that would have made it better was if Daniel Bryan would have fired him and then like fucking Cass shows up next week on Raw with fucking James Ellsworth instead of like fucking Enzo or whatever. So Cass has like a new little bitch or something. That would have been kind of funny. Naomi versus...
Wake up, bitch, you're my new best friend.
Yes! Oh, my God. That was too good. So they had a third match between Naomi and Lana because Lana went on Twitter and pointed out that her shoulder wasn't down. So now they came out this week. Naomi slapped a submission on her in 30 seconds. Fucking just Lana buried herself by tweeting about that. They had to have this match, bury her some more, and then who comes to the rescue? But of course, I thought that was when she just comes out and says, "Come on, let's go."
Oh, it was so awkward.
We gotta go. You're coming with me. Wake up, bitch. You're my new best friend. So
it was cool. I really do recommend watching Talking Smack because they had Naomi on there. She was actually talking about her light up belt. She wants to fucking do more to it, which I'm cool with where it's at right now. It's actually, it's her. It's feels like her shtick there a little bit. So,
yeah.
She was talking about, like getting the approval for it in the back. So I like how they, talk about that a little bit. But yeah, they brought up the whole Tamina thing. And she's like, that was fucking weird, And she's all, and Renee Young even brings up, it's like, do you know what's going on with them? She's like, I don't know. We were friends once. She even brought up Team Bad. She's like, but I have a whole new outlook in life. I'm thinking more positive now, like holds up the championship. So it's just like things like that are why I love Talking Smack so much.
Yep.
It's just like you said earlier, it's just raw, unfiltered, just them.
Yeah. We got to talk about this rap battle. At least they're not calling it a rap off anymore. They actually called it a rap battle. So thank goodness they had. They had Wale in there doing the
mad props to him for showing that a celebrity can come on a WWE TV and not make it about themselves. So,
yeah.
Like, you could tell he was a fan of the product. You could tell he knew what was up.
Yeah.
When a fucking week ago we had two celebs on Raw that just made complete fucking jackasses of themselves.
Well, Wale does like a big concert every WrestleMania for the last few years called like Wale Mania, and so he's like, he's into it.
He's put, I guess he's dumped a lot of money towards, like Apollo Crews and superstars like that to kind of bring up their name a little bit, number wise. So he's definitely for it, but it's just so refreshing to, because the fucking celebrity thing gets super fucking old at times, and he was in the center of the fucking camera shot, and it wasn't about him.
Yep.
It's so fucking refreshing.
And it was good, the fucking back and forth between the two teams, the fucking weenie do thing, fucking bringing up that the only reason why anybody cares about Jimmy's because his wife brought him on Total Divas, fucking talked about you guys should go back and carry Roman's bags or whatever. I'm not doing it justice, of course, but it was phenomenal. It was great. Talk
about keeping the product PG when your man over here is rated R.
Yep. That was great. Yeah.
That got edited out, I guess. Like I was Yep. I was I still had it on my recordings and you still had it on your recording, so
yeah.
But yeah, I guess they edited that out instantly.
Oh wow. That one didn't make the Hulu cut, I guess. It's funny because in the past, if I heard that WWE was going to do a rap battle or a rap off, it's like, oh fuck, that's going to be really, really shitty. But this was really fucking good.
Hell yeah!
The Usos have been killing it. New Day, these two going back and forth has been really good. So fun stuff.
I like. I don't remember what they fucking said, but they even brought up that, they're back-to-back Slammy winners, the Usos did. Yeah. Well, it's like, who gives a fuck about the Slammies? But, it's still just, God, they made it important. Just that little fucking phrase right there.
Yep. Orton beat
oh, yeah.
Ooh. Exactly. Orton beat Aiden English. There were promos from Jinder after, and all of that shit. Let's get past that and get to the meat of it. Tanae Young interviewed Ty Dillinger.
Oh, God.
Fucking, this was great. Fucking Fandango, talk about him. What was he doing in the background?
He was he was sawing a fire alarm light with a crowbar.
He started in the far distance on the ladder first. Like, I remember first time I watched it, because I watched it earlier in the day, I was like,
probably didn't even notice.
WWE, like you got a guy in the camera shot, and this skit kind of proceeded on. I was like, oh god, okay.
And I just love the part with Ty where he just all of a sudden just goes, oh, we're doing this right now. Okay, let's do this.
okay, Tenay. And then acknowledges, oh, hey, Fandango. And he's like, oh, hey, what's up?
Did he know it was us?
Supposed to be a master.
I didn't even know it was us.
Mustache half hanging off his face.
That's probably the same one that Tyler Breeze wears in Southpaw.
Right. Then it was Renee Young interviewing The Power of Love, interviewing Maria and Mike. And poor Sami Zayn, he must have tripped on a cable and cut the connection. And then he slips and knocks over those damn loud pipes that are always in the back as he was stretching. And he's very apologetic. What do you think? Is this working for Sami Zayn? I don't know.
It's growing on me a little bit, but again, there's not really a lot of depth to the character technically right now, except for that he's just neurotic.
Right. And I still like him wrestling. So to me, it hasn't affected that part of like, I still want to see him do good. I still want to see him wrestle. I still want to see him hit haluva kicks on heels.
I think it's just going to take a really good feud, too. We just need to see something else besides him and Kevin Owens or him and AJ Styles.
I love that he's fucking apologizing. Oh, I really like your message, the power of love and all that and da-da-da. And then his music hits. He's like, oh, I got to go. He's like,
it's perfect for him because if that's who he is, let him be who he is. Like look how much fucking Baron Corbin spoke outside of the ring to me of all people. I fucking bagged on the guy like there's no fucking tomorrow, and then just one little podcast on Jericho's, and it's like, oh fuck, it's like that storytelling, their stories. I want to know about these wrestlers. So, like, that's the kind of vibe I generally got from Sami Zayn, even in the NXT days.
Okay.
I think that's what bugged me so much about him, and now seeing him doing it and embracing it, it's fucking hilarious, and it's leaving for good moments on it. And like you said, like, oh, you tripped on a power cord. Again, Talking Smack, they had the Kanellis couple on there, and they're like, this stupid idiot's tripping over cords and ruining everything we do, and they're just hating on it, and
it's setting up a good feud between these two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love it.
It's gonna be a good feud for Mike Bennett to come in too.
Sure.
And that was another thing, Daniel Bryan even called him out on it. He's like, I know your career. I know you're Michael Bennett. Like, I know you used to be in the WWE. Your last name's Kanellis. So why did you take her last name? That's when he just goes into a big spiel about it. And Daniel Bryan sells it the whole time. Like, okay. It's like, dude, you're the one that named your kid Birdie.
Then it was the number one contender battle royal for the U.S. title with Kevin Owens on commentary at ringside. A fun battle royal, as good as battle royals could get, I suppose. AJ does very expectedly gets the win for the title shot against Kevin Owens at Battleground. I did like that it came down to Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger and AJ. And
good to see Ty just on TV.
Yeah, good to see him in the ring. That was a nice switch up. Good to see Breezango out there in their costumes again.
I thought it was
I'm pretty sure it was Fandango and Tenay Young.
I thought it was just good for for that tag team to see them in the ring together. When Dillinger brought it up, he's like, you guys are going to have to face each other. And they're like, oh, but we're together forever. just broing out on each other.
Come to blows
and
for
then we
America.
actually got to see it, happen in the match where, Tyler jumps into Fandango's arms and gets saved and then put back into the match just to get eliminated right away. And then we had the other looming question of the hype bro, Zack Ryder saying, hey bro, I got us in the battle royal. Well, it looks like we're going to have to fight each other. All right, bring it. And there was that one little question of them being in the ring, two of them, Zack Ryder could have fucking fully flipped him over the fucking rope, and they went face to face, kind of got a little bro pushing shove a little bit. But then there was that little moment where Mojo saved Zach, it's just, and then it instantly eliminated him once they both took out the threat. So, that just, it set up a good question of like, wait, maybe Mojo's going heel now, because I've been dead set on Ryder going heel.
No, I think Mojo's got to be heel. I think that's the way to go.
I'm still leaning on Ryder.
I'm going Ryder still, too.
I'm saying Mojo's going to get serious as fuck. Ryder's going to be the babyface in front of those crowds anyway, because he's just so much over doing the fucking broski boot and all that shit and the woo woo.
But it was just just bring that up because it's just the little detail they did with those two tag teams in that match. I just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a very nice touch. I liked the finish where fucking Sami Zayn goes for the haluva kick. Nobody's home, and he ends up on the apron. They're battling back and forth. And then AJ knocks him off and gets the win. So, yeah, good stuff on SmackDown this week. A lot of interesting nuggets to talk about. We didn't even really talk about, because there's not much to say about it, but fucking Corbin attacking Nakamura in the back and them two kind of going back and forth a little bit.
I'm intrigued because Corbin, he wants to go fucking hard. There's your guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the perfect pick.
All right, let's talk some very timely NXT this week.
Change the subject.
That was my favorite soundbite.
Taco almost take his water there.
Every week.
A good NXT. We got a big main event. Bobby Roode versus Roderick Strong. Very upset crowd at that finish in the match. Let's just start there. What a hell of a main event. I kind of had low expectations going into it because Bobby Roode's matches haven't really been too impressive lately, those last couple with Nakamura or whatever. But this was very good. I love those pre-match interviews like they do right behind the curtain, right before the guys go out. That adds a nice touch. Of course, they do the big special introductions anytime that's a title match with the unique lighting and whatnot. So I like all of that because it just makes it all feel so much more special. Roderick Strong gets his leg stuck in the stairs early in the match, so Roode is working on the leg the whole time. Fucking great selling from Strong. The crowd was just really into it. They kept showing his wife and his mother. Strong's. Yeah.
Yeah, got him.
Roderick Strong's mother and wife at ringside kept showing the reactions from them, which were great, and the crowd was like right there with them. Right. So the crowd reaction was perfect for the match.
Yeah, normally they're off to like the side by the entrance. No, the fucking dead center camera.
Yeah, that was a really unique touch.
They just did such a fucking good name at getting someone like Roderick Strong over though with the crowd. Like,
yeah.
I don't know necessarily how over he was with Ring of Honor. Like, I don't know, like, he was there to me, just never really stuck out as anything special. And
he was always over, but it was because he was a good wrestler.
Exactly.
He never really had like heated.
They've just, I don't know. I don't think they've ever done such a great job with someone like that. You know, where they're kind of boring, but people love him because he's so good in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, like. I don't want to compare him to like the Daniel Bryan thing, but it's just like how instantly he just got over with the crowd. Like that video package they did with him just was fucking perfect, man.
Yeah. Well, and they played highlights of that again. The package or whatever that they showed going into the match, kind of showing the heat or whatever.
The pop he got coming out was honestly surprising, and then Bobby Roode coming out glorious. Not a single person in the crowd was singing with it. So
yeah, that was interesting.
So fucking shocking because that's still my ringtone to wake up to every morning.
Yeah. But what a great match. I mean, the thing where Strong gets the pinfall, but Roode's leg is under the rope, so the bell rings, the music's playing, he starts to celebrate, the ref is trying to wave it off, the ref goes out, gets Roderick Strong to come back in the ring, and the ref is going over to ring the bell again, so Bobby Roode hits a cheap shot before they restart the match, and of course knocks Roderick Strong to the ground right in front of his wife, and she's upset with him, and he hits he hits the glorious DDT on the floor, and the glorious DDT in the ring, gets the 1, 2, 3, and the wife is like, "You're a cheater, you son of a bitch." The wife was like mad. The crowd is so upset. Oh, the heat on that finish was just perfect. I was wondering the whole time, like, how are they going to get out of this? Because Roderick Strong can't afford to look like a bitch in the loss. So I thought it was a really good.
Fucking like I said, it was just amazing how fucking over they got him and how much heat they got on Bobby Roode. Like, just the fucking entrance alone made people pop, and now they don't even want to sing with it. So it's just fucking hitting the right strides there.
Well, and they've been doing these. It's been more consistent now, but they've been doing these long main events.
Shut up,
20, 30 minutes.
How do you like it?
You know what? I made mine more subtle.
Shut up!
Please continue.
But they've been giving these long, decent main events on NXT, I think they were afraid to do that because it was an hour-long show. Now they're giving these 20, 25-minute long matches with, commercial breaks on the network and everything. I've just loved it. I mean, we're coming off of last week of a last woman standing match, and then we get this awesome main event next week.
And it's good, too, because, I mean, people complain about NXT being kind of boring when it's a long time between takeovers, and I think this is a good way by giving us these good long main events in between the takeovers to make the TV show feel strong. So
I think we got next week. We got Heavy Machinery versus AOP.
I believe you are correct.
To be honest with you guys, I thought this match felt too long.
Okay,
but I'm happy that they got the time though.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. There are just some points in there where I thought it just kind of dragged on a little bit.
Sure.
I don't want to compare, New Japan to WWE, but when they're just locking those submissions in the middle of the ring, working a body part. Here, it just kind of felt like work, move, and so really working on it. But I don't want to say nothing negative about it. The timing on that kind of stuff felt weird.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. Also on NXT, Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami teamed up versus the Sanity guys, Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane. A good story here. I like that they're kind of doing the slow build between Ohno and Itami. Itami's getting worked over in the match. He's goes for a tag, but Cassius Ohno was busy at ringside dispatching the other Sanity member or getting beaten up by the other Sanity member. So Itami is upset that he couldn't tag him, and then later in the match when he could tag, he refuses to tag Ohno. That kind of leads to the victory before Wolf and Dane. Itami does hit the GTS on Wolf, but doesn't see that Killian Dane hit the blind tag, comes in and hits a big cross body on Itami to get the win. So, but like I said, I like that story that they're it was hot first. It looked like Itami was definitely going heel, but then they slowed it down. They brought it back. These two are teaming up.
See, I didn't like that at all.
Okay.
I'm actually in the same boat.
Go for it.
Because it felt like, finally, we're getting this fucking ruthless Hideo coming out. We need something out of this guy. Look at how many people come into NXT and just and main roster now. And yeah, he had his fucking injuries. I get it. But it's just nothing special. And then all of a sudden, Sanity comes out and attacks both of them. And they're like, we'll team up next week. It just felt so out of place to me.
I understand where you're coming from on that.
So it just, I don't know,
it felt like they changed their mind, honestly, 1 week later. I was
expecting them to kind of have that beef towards the end of it, but it just, I felt like I didn't need Sanity involved. I don't know, it just felt like Hideo's being a fucking shithead for the last couple of weeks, and then Sanity attacks for no fucking reason. Wolf cut a decent promo, I thought, last week, and then all of a sudden, they're on the same team fighting Sanity. It's like, no, we're over this Sandy shit with, those guys. Let Hideo be a fucking shithead right now. Let him tear some bitches up. We need to see some ruthlessness out of him. I'm kind of sick of Ohno and Orny Lorcan being the fucking Big Show in the back right now. You shouldn't be a dickhead. No. Be a dickhead. Be a warrior. Fucking get there.
Yeah, I agree that, the storytelling got clunky there, but I think it's because they're going to build up Itami and Ohno to go against each other at probably the SummerSlam, the TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yep.
So they got to stretch it out, and so in order to do that, they had to slow down the Itami turn. So, but yeah, I see what you're saying there. The media interviewed Ember Moon at the Performance Center. This was different, but it was a nice touch. I like that they switched it up a little bit, talking to Ember Moon about getting her rematch with Asuka, and fucking Ruby Riot's training in the background. She jumps out for a minute to be like, hello, it's my turn now. You already lost. I'm up next. So I like the idea there of Ruby Riott saying, hold on, maybe you and me are going to scrap before you get a chance to go for the title again. So I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, just the fact that they're including her right off the bat, like I said, I think I was talking about it last week, she just jumped right in. She came right in and she's been tearing it up. I've loved everything that Ruby Riott's doing. I want to see some one-on-one matches now with some decent competition. And Ember Moon Ruby Riott match is not going to disappoint.
No, I think that'd be good.
I'm excited for this the Mae Young Clash to be over with, though. Just for the talent that they're going to sign a good grip with these women. So
yeah, oh my God, when does that start again?
a couple weeks now. Shit,
they're going to do it at the same time as a goddamn G1 climax again,
Yes,
aren't
sir.
they? God damn it, I'm going to die.
Fucking
I'm
days.
just going to have to stop watching.
the names
something.
that they've been announced, I fucking don't have a list in front of me, but it's just
It's extensive.
these women in NXT tearing it up, and just fucking just going back to our podcast a couple of years ago, me saying, the main roster's gonna be fucking interesting in a couple of years. Here we are, and look how fucking good it is, and women's turn, and they're already ahead of the game.
Well, they did announce on NXT that it was going to Bianca Belair won a qualifying match last week, but yeah, you're right. They've been announcing a lot of big names like what was the Japanese one?
Sari or something like that.
Sumi Sakai, I think. Or
They just changed her
They
name.
They changed the name to something.
She's the pirate one.
Yeah, so she does that crazy fucking top rope elbow drop.
Damn, it's fucking brutal.
Looks amazing. It's fucking amazing.
But yeah, I'm fucking excited for her, and I've been retweeting some her shit too, because it's just she's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm actually, and that's the thing with this Mae Young Classic. I'm really interested to see some women go like the men and create intricate moves that only a woman can honestly do.
Yeah,
different. We're gonna see innovation from these women sooner or later. We're already seeing amazing talent with Asuka and all them, but the innovation that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, give me that. Let's move. The less it looks like divas wrestling, the better. And yeah, the more it looks like people fighting, the better. That's what I have to say. Johnny Gargano is going to be coming back next week. It'll be good to see him. Sounds like we were trying to figure out. We couldn't remember what Ciampa's injury was. If it was a knee that was going to keep him out for a long time, but I think
I'm
it is.
pretty sure it's at least 6 to 9 months.
But I don't want to get him confused with the TM61 guy. That definitely was a knee.
Yeah.
So, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I think it's an ankle and something CL. Oh, it's his kidney.
Yeah, that's
or his liver.
It was his liver. That's probably what it was. Yeah. But then Drew McIntyre had a nice interview. He's focused on becoming NXT champion. I like that they don't really have anything going on with Drew McIntyre, but they just have him pop up, do little interviews here, so it kind of keeps him fresh in our minds. Oh, fucking Drew McIntyre's still there to show up and do something awesome at some point.
About him.
So, yeah, that's kind of cool. And, so what is next for Drew McIntyre? Is it going to be somebody like Killian Dane? We got Aleister Black floating around there, too, without much to do going on right now. So,
well, and again, he's going for the championship. Who's number one contender right now?
That's a good question because it was
Roddy.
Roderick Strong just lost his opportunity there. So
we put Roderick against Gallows right there.
Yeah, there you go.
And actually,
McIntyre.
You just said, I think a McIntyre Black for possible number one contendership couldn't be far off with his win over Ono.
Yeah, exactly. And with Ono in the Atami thing going on too. So
no.
Oh yeah.
And that's Billy Kay and Peyton Royce were getting interviewed at the Performance Center. So not a media thing this time. Now it was an official WWE interviewer. They're upset that nobody celebrated Billy Kay's birthday, and they don't really care about the Mae Young Classic because they're not in it, apparently. But then I love the touch of fucking Andrade Cien Almas in the background just getting yelled at by some woman. She's got a fucking lollipop in her hand. And he's just like, oh, whatever. The lady goes,
in angry Spanish, too.
Yes. And the lady goes over there and tries to interview her or interview him. And the whole time I'm thinking, what's he doing with this woman in the Performance Center? What's going on here? So, but I like that the touches of reality that NXT, that they're making an effort with these interview segments and these, backstage things.
Well, it's the whole pissed off girlfriend coming to your workplace and causing a scene. Nobody wants to be in that pickle. And then there's Sienna is like, oh, it's whatever.
Right. Yeah, not even acknowledging the interviewer. That was good. But again, like I said, so many times on Raw and SmackDown, they just cut to the back to somebody doing something on their phone, or they're talking with somebody on their phone, and somebody comes in the office, oh, I gotta go. Why was somebody filming you talking on your phone? Why was that? So everything on NXT, it makes sense. Somebody's getting interviewed. The media is interviewing Ember Moon. You know, they're doing an interview. It's all based on interviews and shit that would happen in a sports environment. It's not just a random camera following somebody down the hallway in the back for no fucking reason.
Guy saw on a firearm light with a crowbar.
Exactly. So I like that touch for NXT. All right, let's move on. We got to get caught up on Lucha Underground.
Change the subject.
So yeah, Lucha Underground. We got to get caught up. The last 2 weeks of our Cueto Cup predictions. And like I said, we didn't get a chance to watch this week's yet, but we'll talk about that next week. So going all the way back to the episode from the 21st, Phoenix arrives in a Firebird, and Melissa Santos is smitten. And she says she's putting all of her money on him to win the Cueto Cup. Marty the Moth is spying on this very creepily and breaks a window with his head. Then it was Vinny Massaro versus Cage in this. Which group are we in for this show? This is Group B. And so, yeah, Cage gets the win over Massaro. I believe that's what I had for my prediction. Yes.
Is Cage the Machine?
He is the Machine. And he's got the dick in the box on his hand. And but he didn't actually remember the everything that they've been saying up to this point is that Cage can't take the damn thing off.
And then here it is.
And then he goes in the ring and has a match and doesn't have it. Takes weird. It off. So, so that was a bit out of order there. Then it was the Johnny. We continue to get the Johnny Mundo and Rey Mysterio Jr. Promo video.
I'm
packages.
loving these promos, man.
Yeah.
They're hyping it up like a fucking Mayweather McGregor fight.
Definitely.
Like,
and they're showing fucking Mundo getting prepared by just getting hit by a bunch of kendo sticks. So yeah, fun stuff. Then it was Marty the Moth versus Saltador. Marty the Moth gets the win with a unique code breaker, black and white. I don't know what that means. This was from 2 weeks ago, people. This Saltador is one of these weird guys from the Rabbit tribe.
they down those crazy acid trips, man.
Yeah.
That's what Vampiro would say.
During the what do you call it? The introductions and all that, Marty the Moth is creeping on Melissa Santos. The crowd is chanting, "This is weird. This is weird." Moth overpowers the bomb into the rating, drags the guy by his mouth. He spits in the ref's face, makes a lewd gesture at Melissa Santos, and then gets the win with his unique code breaker. Then the Rabbit tribe members decide to put their faith in Mascarita Sagrada now that Saltador has been eliminated from the tournament, and Sagrada just ignores them. He doesn't like the Rabbit tribe giving him the attention.
He needs more acid.
Then Marty the Moth he has his creepy Melissa Santos picture mural, and he takes a photo out of his trunks and licks it. Then his sister Mariposa says, family comes first, and when I beat Phoenix, we'll meet in the second round. So again, if Mariposa beats Phoenix, it will be Mariposa versus Marty the Moth in the second round. Then it was Pindar versus Mascarita Sagrada. Pindar wins that one. And then, well, let's see, what did I have there? I had Pindar winning that one, and of course he did. And then I had Moth. I had Moth winning as well. So I got 3 points out of this one. I did not choose the Mariposa Phoenix one. I was predicting it would be Mariposa versus the Moth, but it was Phoenix winning with the Phoenix driver. Phoenix was reluctant at first, didn't want to fight a woman, but he does outsmart her. There's a good back and forth between these two.
That's not hard to do.
Marty the Moth attacks Phoenix after the match. Phoenix does stand tall, and then again after the match, Melissa Santos is very much smitten with her, and I'm looking for my
Maria Santos?
I am smitten.
There it is. So an interesting story there going on between Melissa Santos and Phoenix. Melissa Santos, in real life, Cage's girlfriend. So,
oh, damn.
Then last
She
week's...
be thrown around a bit.
Yeah, I guess so. Last week's Lucha Underground, Katrina tells Jeremiah Crane that Mill is not the one that I love. Then she tells Mil Muertes, Katrina does, bring me the Cueto Cup, and then she kisses him. Is she manipulating Mil? Because she just told told Jeremiah Crane that she is not that Mil is not the one that she loves. So very manipulative stuff going on here between Katrina, Jeremiah Crane, a.k.a. Sammy Callahan, a.k.a. I don't remember his NXT name.
I don't either.
Butthole twat.
Doesn't matter at this point. Probably this guy.
Ha Clinton Dix.
Nice. He did it on himself.
Nice.
I'm proud of you, Tommy.
I could catch it once in a while.
I heard that or at least from the highlights I saw, the Jeremiah Crane kill shot match was pretty decent.
We will get to that, yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
wow, way to jump the gun.
Yeah, but first it was, and
We're talking about him.
This would be
fucking cocks.
We're getting there. We're getting there. This is the Group C of the Cueto Cup tournament. So it was Veneno versus Mil Muertes. Mil Muertes.
Boogie Naga.
Mil
Muertes wins quickly with with his finisher, and yes, indeed.
Yuji Nagagata.
He's not on Lucha Underground, unfortunately. He wins with the flatliner very quickly, and that is who I picked also to win that match.
Yes, sir.
Then it was Paul London versus Vibora. Paul London, part of the Rabbit Tribe, and Vibora, part of the, what is that one? The Cobra Moon tribe.
Lizard Clan.
Yeah, pretty much. The crowd is chanting Luchasaurus at Vibora because he's kind of got that dinosaur-looking mask thing. London attacks before the bell in his sunglasses. Comes out with
a big-ass carrot, too.
Yes. He goes for the carrot and attempts to hold Cobra Moon hostage with the carrot by putting the carrot at her neck. London misses a trust fall after other Rabbit Tribe members hide under the ring. And Paul does get the win via countout when a tribe member holds Vibora outside of the ring. So lots of shenanigans there. Paul London getting the win. What did I have predicted there? Yes. Where am I here? Where is
C.
C. I had Vibora winning, so I got nothing.
I had London on that one.
I didn't do very good on Group C this week. Then in the back. Before that, it was Taya versus Joey Ryan. Taya got the win with a double stomp after a Northern Lights suplex, so a fun intergender. I rather enjoyed this for an intergender match.
I like Taya over fucking Sexy Star. Like, Sexy Star is just so shoved down our throats. She's fun, she's cool, but I don't know, Taya's just badass. I believe her. I feel like she's gonna whoop someone's ass.
Yeah,
I feel
definitely.
like she wants an ass whooping.
yeah, exactly. And her shit looks good. Fucking Sexy Star, just her in-ring stuff just isn't up to par. Yeah, exactly. I definitely had I did get this one right. I picked Taya to win this one.
I wish I would have. I went for Ryan.
So then in the back, Jeremiah Crane attacks Marty the Moth in his suit, what the fuck does he? Yeah, he attacks. What the? No, Millie. I'm sorry.
Clash of the
Titans.
My botch is what I was trying to say.
My botch.
Jeremiah Crane attacks Mil Muertes. Mil Muertes is in a suit and I love when a luchador is in a suit and a mask. That is always a fun deal for me.
Fucking like Pimp Daddy-esque.
As he's attacking her, he says, "She's mine," referring to, of course, Katrina. Then we had another great promo package for Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Johnny Mundo. This is the one where all the other wrestlers from Lucha Underground are chiming in, talking about this main event or this match coming up. So that's always a nice touch.
Saying shit like Ray just wins. He knows these big title fight. Like, I've been fucking geeking over these promos, man.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job building up that match. Okay, then it was the Jeremiah Crane versus Killshot match. Awesome match. I rated it 4 stars, and it would have been better if it didn't have a shitty finish. But yeah, lots of hot dives, hard slaps, and brawling outside the ring. Crane hits a running cannonball into chairs at
Solomon
ringside.
Crow.
That's it. Yes. Thank you very much. We'll get that in there.
Fact.
We'll edit that out.
There was a dramatic near fall with a cutter for kill shot. Blink and you miss it action. It felt like a big time fight. There was a big fight forever chant. Crane kicks out of the kill stomp. After Katrina appears at the top of the stairs, Crane blows her a kiss. That was after the match. Crane does get the win with the cranial contusion after Dante Fox comes out and the typical distraction type finish. So the Dante Fox and Killshot ongoing story with them being former military mates or whatever, battle mates. Or I can't think of the damn term for it. There's a better term, but that ongoing story between those two. So without
They're called a tag team.
Without that distraction finish, I thought this would have been better than a 4-star match. But yeah, very fun. So back in Dario's office, looks like Son of Havoc, but it's Son of Madness. He will face Son of Havoc next week. So now we have the answer to who the question marks are facing against Son of Havoc in Group D for next week, or this week's actually, Lucha Underground that we have not seen yet. So at this point, I have 7 correct predictions in the 4 nights of the Cueto Cup. So. And Taco, what I do is I keep tally marks at the bottom of my page,
fucking tally.
so I could easily figure that out.
Yeah, Pentagon Dark and Prince Puma in the finals.
That's what I have.
That was my pick. That's all I can remember because I don't have it here.
See, I went back to Cage and Tejano.
Yep. All right.
See,
well,
Tejano. God, I fucking love Tejano.
Reaching for the carrot. Really? Well, now
Maybe I will.
Cobra Moon hostage.
I don't know what happened there. That was Matt Stryker.
Reaching for the carrot. Really? Well, now holding Cobra Moon hostage with the carrot. I cannot believe I'm calling this.
That was
As the produce pressed against her carotid artery.
I forgot I had that soundbite until just now. Yeah,
that carrot was like
has the produce pressed against her carotid.
They even pointed it out. Like, it was just the perfect carrot. Like, if I was to draw a carrot, that was like, the stem was like fucking green and poofy. Like, god damn, wherever they found that good produce.
They are in Hollywood. It might be a prop carrot. You never know.
Oh, no, it broke like a real one.
Okay, I forgot about that. Yep, okay. I almost forgot about that soundbite. That was so good. I'm going to hear it again.
Reaching for the carrot. Really? Well, now holding Cobra Moon hostage with the carrot. I cannot believe I'm calling this. As he has the produce pressed against her carotid artery.
Even Matt Stryker breaking
Barely hangs on.
That was pretty good. All right. I can't think of a better way to end the show. That's going to do it for this week on the Best Pro Wrestling Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Tommy Stryker. That's Stryker with a Y. I didn't mention all show, but we did another show. We did the Strong Honor podcast this week. All 3 of us, where we talked about the entire New Japan in Long Beach deal.
Fucking awesome.
Really great show. We went into great detail on that and Ring of Honor this week, so check that out for sure. I'm probably going to post. It's definitely going to be linked at bestprowrestlingpodcast.com, so look for it there, and I might even post it on our regular RSS feed, so you can probably pick that up right there as well. But definitely, I know a lot of people are into what happened there and want to talk about it, so check out Strong Honor on thefanspodcast.com and on bestprowrestlingpodcast.com, and follow this show at BPW Podcast, and email us bestprowrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Get on the social media and your email and whatever you got. Tell us what you think of these Wednesday recordings coming out Thursday. Do you want us to go back to Tuesday? You want us to maybe consider moving the thing to Wednesdays?
Doing the iTunes review and give us 5 stars when you're at it, too.
Exactly. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Taco, where can people find you?
You know, you can find me on that Twitter machine at HGREV Taco.
And you can follow me on Twitter at JoeBPW.
That's like Joe, Best Pro Wrestling Podcast, at Joe BPWP.
That's Joe BPW. They're not going to know your Twitter.
Nope. At BWCHKBRWNCOW.
That's going to do it for the Best Pro Wrestling Podcast. Bye!
Peace.
My botch, and I gotta apologize. I'm a little late this morning. My mother did not set my alarm clock.
What? No, yes.
Distraction. Too many distractions.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire! Why? Because Baron Corbin, Matt Damon,